Okay, let's get into it. I just want to do my pre-market plan going into tomorrow, and then I'll do a session recap of today, right? So as always, let's keep this quick, clean, easy, and simple. So today, pretty much a chop day. That's expected. We had a beautiful trend day the day before, which is typically, right, followed up by a consolidation period. Now, what I will say is that should be no surprise to us. Why? In a channel. History likes to repeat itself. So as you can see, all we got to do is look left, and we were in a channel. So the last 2 days, once we got back into this and we started seeing the sideways action, that's not a surprise. Beautiful recovery. We've already recovered from that sell-off. It took roughly 3 days to really recover from that, but we have fully recovered from that. You can see every time we sell off, buyers just, buy every dip up very aggressively. So coming into tomorrow, we are going to avoid this no trade zone on the SPY, right? I'm looking for a pullback long, really off this 667.35. That was really my game plan coming into today. Why? Because we broke. Let me go back to a naked chart. We broke outside of this channel, but we never got a retest. So we still need a retest of this. This is the better RR trade. A pullback long off this key level, targeting all-time highs, that is a very valid shot. That's the better RR trade. So today, I was pretty much hands off on this. I was looking for pullback longs. I ended up taking one on the Qs. But tomorrow, we're just looking for a break and retest over 673.10 or a pullback long off the 667.35. If we open up in between the 673 and the 669.20, we are hands off the same. Clearly, right, this is our no trade zone, so we don't want to take low probability environment setups. We're just looking for the better RR trades, which would be off the 667.35 if SPY wants to stay heavy and still pull back before we make new all-time highs. Qs. I've been saying this thing is really in sync, even with the SPY. All we got to do is look left. Now we are back in a channel. We are back in a channel. Not a surprise, right? We recovered after the sell-off. SPY and the Qs are really in sync right now. So coming into today, right, the pre-market game plan was a pullback long off the 609.70. This was the trade that I took. And I was really just like the SPY, looking for a pullback long off this 607.15. Why? Because we ended up breaking this. This is the top of a channel, but we never got that retest. Let's go on a naked chart here. Same thing as SPY. Broke out, still need this retest. So this is a key level that broke outside of this channel. We still need this retest. And just like I said on the SPY, this is the better RR trade targeting the all-time highs. This is the better RR trade. So going into tomorrow, as long as we are in between 613.18 and 609.70, this is our no trade zone. I am looking for a pullback long off the 607.15. Obviously, that is the better RR trade, or a break and retest over the 613.18, of course, with proper displacement so we can avoid, being part of a liquidity grab or a fake out reversal. AMD, solid. I really want to break AMD down. Now, I just made this level. This is a new key level that formed on the 4 hour, so I did not have this on my pre-market plan. But this is why I say the trend is your friend, and we are not looking to short these names once we build our thesis and our game plan on the higher time frame. We are very bullish on the higher time frame. So let me start here on the daily, right? We are still looking for a break and retest over this 240.10. We see the damage body tells the story, right? Look how many times price pushes up into this 240.10, and we just keep wicking off of it. We're fighting to get a body of the candle close above this level. Now, we pulled back today, right? Go watch that live trading session. We pulled back today, even before this 4 hour key level support was here now today, right? This is not a coincidence. When we are trending, and I'll make a video about this down the road, when we are trending on the higher time frame, you can look for pullback long and short entries off the previous day highs and the previous day lows because those are liquidity pockets where buyers and sellers are loading back up to push this move higher or lower. So even without this being a 4 hour support level, what do you notice here? It's the previous day low, right? So what did price do? We pulled back to this previous day low. I don't trade off these, but I use them as context references. We pulled back, we swept this liquidity, right? Filled those orders, and then we fueled this move back to the upside. So let me zoom in here on the intraday. As we know by now, what are one of my favorite moves? When we fell a key level, we reclaim it, and what does that do? That fuels that move higher. This is not a coincidence. Look at this beautiful trend to the upside. This name is still bullish on the higher time frame. We're just looking for pullback longs. So that is something that I'm definitely looking for. You can kind of see we're sitting back in this no trade zone. We're forming a no trade zone here. So I'm looking for a break and retest over 240.10, right? Or a pullback long off this 227.30. Now, some of you may be asking, well, Kel, you don't like taking trades near all-time highs. Why are you taking it here? This is very different. This is our all-time high. We still need to break and retest over this level. We haven't gotten a daily close, and then we can gravitate and target this. Also, you can see there's sellers sitting up here. This is a lot of unmitigated liquidity, built up liquidity, right? So once we get this breakout above here, that's going to be a very strong move to the upside. We've seen it with Tesla, we've seen it with Apple. So what I'm looking for is a break and retest over this 240.10 or a pullback long off this 227.30. You can look. This is a valid trade. I'm very conservative. You can look for a pullback long off this 234.20. But now we're sitting in a channel. I don't trade channels. Those are my no trade zones. You can see the last 2 days, this 234.20 has been respected perfectly, right? Today is Tuesday. Pullback held it perfectly. Monday held it perfectly. On Friday, it was resistance. And then on Thursday, it was support, right? So support, turn resistance. We got that break, retest, turn back into support, and then we pull back and hold on the support level again, right? So we're very bullish on the higher time frame. We're not looking to short this name. So that's really my game plan for AMD coming into tomorrow, right? Looking for pullback longs or a break and retest over this 240.10. NVIDIA, really nothing here, right? Not a surprise. This thing is just sitting in a channel. It's just consolidated. This is nasty. Nothing here. But let's zoom out. I always break this down. This is no surprise to us, right? This is no surprise. Give me one sec. Over in August, we were doing the same thing. We were doing the same thing in August, right? History likes to repeat itself. We come back here. Now we are in what, October? Almost mid-October. And same thing. We're just consolidating here. So we're not looking to take a trade off this. We're just still waiting for a break and retest to either side, a break and retest over 184.50 or a break and retest under 179.45. I've been saying as long as we are under this weekly level, this 184.50, I am bearish bias on this name. Today, I thought we were going to get that. We tanked off pretty hard, and then buyer stepped up aggressively at the bottom of this range. You can see that's just been the pattern here, right? Buyer stepping up here. So looking for this. This is a very valid shot or a reclaim over this 184.50. So we're just going to be patient. Let our trade come to us. It can't do this forever, right? It can't do it forever. As long as we are in between these two key levels, you are hands off on this name. Apple. Beautiful. So this is expected. Look at the last 2 days on Apple. Beautiful trend days. We made a new all-time high yesterday and today as well. So having this consolidation, that's 100% normal. Now, I've been saying I don't trade all-time high levels, and it's very hard to do that. So if you would have taken that today and you got stopped out, even though your thesis is correct, it's just hard to take that when we're already sitting at all-time highs. Let's zoom out here on the daily. This was a channel. All right, this was a channel we avoided. We broke out of this channel with very strong momentum yesterday. We still haven't got a retest. I would love to see this channel turn into support, and then we get that move higher. So the game plan coming in today was really a pullback long off this 260.10. Never got that, so I never took a trade on it. So same game plan coming into tomorrow, right? We are looking for a pullback long off this 260.10. Obviously, if we fell under this, I'm looking for the reclaim, looking for that fuel to the upside. If we stay heavy, you're just looking for a pullback long off this 253. Also keep in mind, this is still a gap fill. This is still a gap fill. This still has a gap to fill. So if you're looking for a pullback long down here, that's very valid as well. We're not looking to short this name, right? We're not looking to short Apple. It's making new all-time highs. This thing is very bullish. We're starting to trend, right? Starting to trend. Look at this. Beautiful. We're starting to trend. So we're not looking to short that name. Palantir, obviously nothing here. I've been keeping an eye on it each day. I've been saying this. This is a valid long. If you're just looking to go long on this name, this 177.05, I will give it credit. It's been holding very well. Buyers have been defending this 177.05 very well. We avoid channels. We don't trade channels. If this is a name you'd like to trade, this is your highest probability long entry off of 177.05. You can see this reoccurring pattern. This thing has been holding up very well on this 177.05. So hands off here for me. No trade zone. Still waiting for that 188 break and a break under 169 to be bearish bias. But if you want to trade this name and you're looking to go long, because we are bullish on the higher time frame on the daily, even though we're sitting in a consolidation period right now, this is a valid long, right? Off this 177.05. Google, really nothing here for me today. I peeked at it a little bit, but I will want to break this down. This is why I say the trend is your friend. Really want to zoom out here. The trend is your friend. We are looking for pullback longs on this name. I am bearish bias if we break under 241.65, because you can see on the daily that will be a lower low, a break of structure, and now we are moving lower, and then I will flip to having a bearish bias on Google. But let's zoom in here on the intraday. Pullback longs, the trend is your friend. I know I keep saying this, I'm going to keep saying it so it can, be marinated with you. What are my favorite entries? When we fell a key level, we reclaim it and then get that momentum push. That's not a coincidence when we keep seeing that, right? That's not a coincidence. These are bears getting squeezed out of their positions for a loss, trying to short this name that is trending on the higher time frame. And what happens when they sell for a loss? They fuel that move higher. So if you would have gone long over this 247.15 and you let this play out key level to key level, look at that RR trade. That's a beautiful trade. Even a possible swing trade, right? So pullback long off of 247.15 held up perfectly. Even if you were patient and waited, look at the displacement here. Beautiful break, displacement, candle closure, retest, targeting. You could have targeted this swing high and even a potential swing trade. So we are very bullish on this name. So coming into tomorrow, same thing. Looking for a pullback long off this 251.50 or a pullback long off this 247.15. Now, the fact that we pull back today, these are the great trades. This is something that I say, like these are the better RR trades, right? Because we pull back, we held, and then the target here is the all-time high. So look at this trade. If you got in down here, you could potentially swing this, hold this. These longs off this 251.50 and this 247.15, these are the better trades to go long compared to just like Apple, right? Taking a break and retest over an all-time high level, then looking for more continuation. When you go long down here, it's very easy because you have unmitigated liquidity and price is going to gravitate up here. It's hard to do that when there's no more key levels for price to gravitate towards, right? So keep an eye on this tomorrow. This is really something I will have on my close watch as well. Overall market is still to the upside. Google is still in place to the upside. So just looking for pullback long entries on this name as well.